They sent us a letter last year where we are approved to go into any GHSA facility in New York. But I guess I'm about to try some more copies. But the way this guy made it sound, nobody got a hold of him. It was the county. He didn't have that. There was nobody in his county. His county had to have approval. And it's probably like you can't crop it from this broadcast.
You gotta blur out some faces.
Yeah. Don't show them close up shots. Test. We're at the 15-minute mark, Chris. Can you hear me? Okay, we don't have a picture down here, but we're going to start talking. We're live, Bogart, Georgia, North Oconee High School Stadium for tonight's 2013 scrimmage game between Clarke Central High School and North Oconee High School. I'm Buster Crumpton, and my tag team partner with me, alongside me, Chuck Webman. Going to be bringing this scrimmage to you live via the internet. Play on Sports.
Buster, here we are a year later after getting knocked out of the playoffs in round one last year under Coach Leroy Riles. At the time, we didn't know it was going to be his last year, but here we are under new direction of Coach Aaron Self, first-year coach after Coach Riles left the program and took the job down in Thomasville High School, Thomasville, Georgia. It's hard to believe a year has already passed.
Well, it seems like it was just a couple of weeks ago when we were on our way back from Dallas, Georgia, after that East Paulding battle where I thought the Gladiators finished very strong, only losing to the number 3 team, ranked team in the state at that time by 8 points on their turf. Clarke Central had just a crazy year last year, not a typical Clarke Central year. They finished 5-6. But as we were talking earlier, Chuck, probably 2 or 3 plays had went one way or the other way. We might have very easily been 7-3, 8-2. It was just one of those years where the play didn't quite get made when it needed to get made, or the ball didn't quite bounce the way it needed to bounce. And you hope these guys learn from that, grew from that. They've been working hard this summer. I know that they've been hitting the weights hard. They've been going to a lot of different camps, and I'm anxious to see what kind of product Coach Self's going to bring to the field tonight.
Well, you're exactly right. The product coming to the field this year, some big losses last year. You think of it, losing to Drico Stadium and that defensive line that we lost. But you look at last year's season, opening up with Marist. Yeah, Marist beat us. There's no doubt about it. Central Gwinnett game, you look back and may have given a little bit of that away.
It was a shootout, no doubt.
You know, the Heritage game.
Another one we couldn't put away. We was up 17-0 in the third quarter.
Yeah.
And that game went to overtime. We lost by 3.
And then go to Gainesville, which nothing against Gainesville, but they had a very good team. But hey, we got up on them early and couldn't hold on.
21-7, and in case any of you don't know, Gainesville went on and marched to the Dome and won the 5A state championship. But Clarke Central very much dominated that first quarter of that game and trailed by a touchdown at half. And it just started slipping away in the third and the fourth quarter. So Flowery Branch, another game where we had led most of the game through 3 quarters, up 14-10, and the Branch scored 2 touchdowns late to walk away with that game. So a lot of near misses last year against good quality competition. And Region 8 5A, Chuck, I would have to say, doesn't take a back seat to anybody.
No, still top to bottom is one of the tougher conference or regions in the state. I mean, when you put in there Flowery Branch, and Gainesville, Heritage, Clarke Central, Salem, Cedar Shoals,
Loganville,
and Appalachia.
Yeah.
You know, and don't leave out Winder Barrow, of course, but you know, just good teams top to bottom, all the way around, and it's going to be another tough year for the Gladiators. To make the playoffs this year would be a definite positive step for the Gladiators this year. So that is what we're looking forward to. We talked about Coach Self here just a minute ago, Buster, being his first year as head coach. He's been with the Gladiators now 7 years. This will be his 7th year. Came to Clarke Central, of course, from defensive coordinator at UT Chattanooga up in the college ranks. Before that, he was at Elon and Citadel and played at Citadel, but also assistant head coach and offensive line coach is Michael Peel is new this year to the program, and Coach Peel's been he's been up at East Jackson and was at Heritage Conyers and also at Salem. Some other people, of course, Coach Aaron Cavan has been with the program now 8 years, and he is now the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach. Glad to have Coach Cavan back. That's good consistency there. And, of course, the defensive line coach, Coach Marcus Washington. And then director of football and linebackers coach, Coach Chris Halsey. Running backs coach, Coach Tony Sorrells. He's new with the program, of course. And, of course, defensive backs coach, Edmund Jones. He's also new to the program. Defensive line coach, Mike Williams. He's been here with the program in some lower divisions, now back with the varsity. And, of course, wide receivers coach, Christian Norton, played at Clarke Central years ago, and now he is back. He is back with us again on the sidelines. And, of course, Nick Wegman is, of course, his 3rd year coaching and right here at Clarke Central. Of course, Nick played here at Clarke Central and is now on the varsity staff. So that's rounding out the coaching staff. We're going to pause just for a moment for the national anthem. All right, we're back here at Watkinsville, Georgia, at North Oconee High School, and both teams are getting ready to come onto the field. North Oconee is down at the end zone there. Gladiators are starting to come around the other end of the stadium to make their entrance. Of course, the JV are going to be playing in the first quarter tonight. There'll be no live special teams with the JV tonight. Just getting the JV some action against each other's squads during that first quarter, and then in second, third, and fourth quarters, we will be live on the varsity squads. Of course, the punts will be live, but all the balls, kicks, and punts will be fair catches. So no live hitting as far as that goes, but we'll be live blocking at the line of scrimmage. And block punts, of course, would count. So that's kind of the format here tonight as we get ready to get started here in about 6 minutes. Of course, the Gladiators making their entrance, and the captains are making their entrance from both teams. On the far sideline, of course. North Oconee here, a new school. Probably been now in existence 7, 8 years. Good-looking campus with fine facility here in Watkinsville, right down the street, really, from Oconee County High School. Two schools are not very far apart.
Yeah, there's a lot of bickering going on between those two schools, so much to the point that North Oconee has been rumored they're trying to look at maybe getting the blue out of their colors because they're not liking Oconee so much. And I'm sure that's got a lot to do with the baseball rivalry and other stuff that they have going on. But I think, was it not last year the first time they actually had to compete in the same region?
I think that is correct, yes. I think it is. And it's good old-fashioned hate is what they call that. Isn't that what they call that, Buster?
Just like Tech and the Georgia Bulldogs, they just don't like each other.
And very similar to the Cedar and Clarke Central situation.
Yeah, and football brings out the best in that stuff, believe you me.
No doubt about it. Of course, the North Oconee captains coming out here. Number 29 is Indy Wilson. Number 34, Hunter Kelly. Number 21, Bradley Glenn. And the big man there, I'm going to have to let him turn around and catch that number. It looks like maybe 68, I think, there, Buster. That'd be Logan Thomas. And then, of course, the Gladiators, number 3, Cameron Johnson. And number 28, DeAnthony Vereen.
Cedric Armstrong, number 33.
And number 89. Is that 89 or 88 there? That's 88, Anthony Smith.
Big sophomore Chuck.
Good-looking kid.
Yes, sir. I'm sure Nick Wegman loves coaching him up at the tight end position.
Yeah, I've heard some good stories from him this summer about the young man. He's a joy to be around, and Nick has really had a lot of fun this summer working with him. And
well, the biggest quote I heard all during the off season when I would call and check on stuff, how things are going, is Anthony Smith attended the University of Georgia football camp headed up by Coach Mark Rick, and he did a little down and out pattern and almost ran into Coach Rick on the sidelines, and Coach Rick kind of caught him and said, "Whoa, big fella," and Anthony Smith looked at him and never blinked, never stuttered, never stopped, and said, "It's okay, Coach. You're going to get to see a lot more of me. I'm going to be playing for you one day." So you got to love the confidence. You got to love it.
Definitely. He went out of his way to make contact with Coach Rick.
There you go.
And not only did he shake his hand, but as hot and sweaty the bidet as it was, he gave him a big old hug, too.
Well, be nice to see some more of those Gladiators go over there down Baxter Street and play between them hedges.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Adam Erickson getting some action already this year because of the situation with the kickers. So,
and folks, I know we've been talking an awful lot about Clarke Central, but let's explain something to you real quick. This North Oconee bunch ain't nothing to take light. We came over here last year and called a playoff game for them between North Oconee and Buford, and they stood toe-to-toe with the mighty Buford Wolves last year, only losing 13-7 in a classic playoff. I think it was second-round playoff game.
And that was without their starting quarterback for the first time.
Colvin, he was injured, but he still came in and played the third and fourth quarter.
That's exactly right.
On heart and determination, and rallied his guys back into the game. But you're going to see some good football here. These guys are coming out ranked number 7 in, I believe they're AAA, Chuck.
That's correct. And Coach Tooley, hey, he does a fine job. He was over at Georgia Tech for quite a few years, and Coach Tooley he's done a fine job with this program. He has put it on the map. Let's just be honest. He has put this school on the map in the AA and AAA ranks. Real quickly, let's run through the schedule. Of course, next Friday night we travel to Atlanta, take on the Marist War Eagles, and then the following week, September 6th, we'll be home at Billy Henderson Stadium against Central Gwinnett. On the 13th of September, we travel to Loganville. September 27th, we will be at home against Appalachia. October 4th, we travel to Salem over in Conyers, Georgia. And then the following week, Heritage of Conyers will travel to Billy Henderson Stadium. On the 18th of October, we have the Gainesville Red Elephants coming to town. And October 25th, we travel back over to Hall County to Flowery Branch. And then November 1st, we're at Winder Barrow, the Double G Dogs. And, of course, we finish up at home November 8th, Cedar Shoals, at home.
Yeah, just another tough schedule. As a matter of fact, I seen something the other morning from the Georgia High School Daily Bread saying that Clarke Central probably had the third toughest schedule in 5A this year.
Wow.
And that's saying a lot again for the region we play in, plus the non-region opponents with Marist and Central Gwinnett.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Central Gwinnett made a run, I think, last year in the playoffs. And of course, Marist is the defending state champ in 4A a few years back. So and Coach Chadwick over there just does a tremendous job. So I mean, he's in it all the time. He just reloads. There's never a dull moment with that group. Well, here we go. Both JV squads are taking the field. Of course, we are going to kick off, but it will be a fair catch.
Number 16 is Jacques Germain to kick for the Gladiators.
And the brother of Jacques Germain now back out for the Gladiators. So.
Yeah, he's sporting it's almost some Florida Marlin teal-like cleats. I want to say they're baby blue, teal blue, something that kickers are a little different breed, Chuck, than everybody else.
Definitely pretty.
So Jermaine's going to stick a foot in it on the 40, and it's going to come to a bounce and a rest around the 6.
Good
they'll
kick.
Call it dead right there.
Good kick. He got lucky though that one stayed in bounds. That was a good kick though.
Ball will be spotted at the 25-yard line following the opening kick.
I think we're experiencing some video problems, so hopefully you're catching us with the audio. We're trying to get the video situation taken care of. North Oconee coming to the line of scrimmage at 25.
So first play for the Titans, they have a man wide to the left and wide to the right I formation. They give to the back, and he pulls up about a 5-6 yard carry off right tackle.
Run down by Kenan Morrison, number 18 for the Gladiators.
Gain of 7.
It'll be 2nd and 3 Titans as the ball lays just past the 32.
And bear with us a little bit on some of these JV numbers. We don't have all of them in the program or in the rosters yet. So,
as we explained earlier, JV for the first quarter, the varsity for the last 3. They are playing 4 full quarters tonight. And this time a little trap play up the middle doesn't get much. Gladiators responded nicely.
Yeah, number 22, Brian Malden on the carry.
Tackled by.
Looked like big number 98 for the Glads, Terrell Gordon, who is usually number 93, but they tried to suit him up today, and 93 wouldn't fit him. He had to get old Damon Stovall's jersey, number 98, and he looked like number 98 on that play.
He sure did, yeah, he sure did. Now, there's one thing I do want to try to explain. We'll do it after this play right here.
I formation again, 2 men wide on each side, 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and they're going to do a straight. Oh, man, Gladiators in the backfield. They read that nicely.
Yeah, now there's a new rule, number 29 for the Gladiators,
Takaias
Cooper. His helmet came off in a play, so he has got to leave the field for 1 play.
And part of that new rule, Chuck, if a player's helmet comes off and he continues to try to participate,
that's correct.
It can be a penalty.
15-yard penalty. You are correct. Yes, sir.
So, I mean, as soon as that helmet comes off, it's like tag, you're out.
That's
you got to stop what you're doing in your track.
But now his came off within the play, so we're good there. Now they're back to punt, North Oconee.
Trying to get a number who's deep. That might be Zay Brown for Central. Let's see. I believe it is. He lets it go over his head, and now he just gets away from it. Good decision. Had a chance to maybe field it on the hop, but he decided to let it go. And Gladiators will be in business First and 10 on the 27.
27-yard line. What I was going to say earlier, the thing about the Clarke Central roster, it is made up of sophomores, juniors, and seniors. There may be one or two freshmen in here, but that's it. The Gladiators have 60 young men, ninth graders, going to be playing the JV schedule this year. So the varsity squad is made up of the sophomores, juniors, and seniors that are on the roster, whereas North Oconee here is playing a lot of freshmen also on their JV squad.
Gotcha. Quarterback for the Glads looks like number 12, Akeem Wise. He's going to roll to the right, pump fake, throws, and had a man open momentarily. Number 83, Marcus Dalton, a sophomore, but incomplete over his head.
Receiver was not paying attention, though, was he?
Yeah, he was wide open. Had his man beat by 5 yards, but you got to turn around and look back for the ball a little bit quicker maybe in that situation.
55, Reed Fitzpatrick had a bead on the quarterback. Boy, one of the linemen kind of rolled back and just hammered him.
Second and 10, Glads, 9:42 to go, first quarter. This is the JV on JV. First quarter action here in the scrimmage, and we get a nice run off right tackle.
Daniels.
Quad Daniels, big guy, sophomore. And we saw him play some on varsity last year, Chuck.
Yeah, 6'1", 202 as a freshman or sophomore. He's a good-looking young talent.
So it's going to be third and a short 4 for the Glads. I formation. Akeem drops back, throws. Then it's complete.
Good catch.
Just shy of the 50.
He had to stretch out to make that catch. Who was that? Number 83 for the Gladiators.
Marcus Dalton.
Yeah, he had to really stretch his arms out there. That was really, I was impressed with that catch.
First and 10 Glads, just shy of the 50. 9:11 to go, first quarter. And now the referee's going to throw a flag, and I don't know if a guy got off the field later. We had movement.
No, I think we had a little movement, on the right side of that. Still working on that video for you. We really apologize about that.
Yeah, we're not sure. The technicians say we've got audio, but we don't have video, and I don't know if that means we'll be able to upload later. We sure hope so. Hope you guys get to watch it on demand. But pregame for us too, preseason for us too. I reckon we got to work out the kinks here.
Yeah, so
we give off to the left side, and it looks like Daniels again. He's just shaking tacklers off, and a nice stiff arm as he fights his way to the 50, and he got most of the penalty yardage back, Chuck.
No doubt that was a good, strong run right there, but I'd really like to see him cut it up north-south and kind of get some yards right there.
I'll make it second and about almost 8.
Just want to say also, if you are listening to us out there, hopefully we will be able to upload this later where you can still view the video if we don't get it going here for you. Got a timeout on the field, North Oconee.
Timeout, North Oconee.
That gives us 8:50 left in this first quarter.
So, Chuck, one thing I noticed right off the bat on both of these squads, these might be the younger guys, but they're not missing no meals.
No, the Clarke Central kids especially, I'm telling you. This is a little bit of a rebuilding year for the Glads, I think, and but I can tell you the kids that are coming up, the younger kids that we've got playing, there's some talent and some size coming up the ranks. Big number 74 out there for the Gladiators, Forrest Mayfield. 5'11", about 270, I think it is, but he might be tipping a little bit higher than that, but it doesn't, he moves pretty good.
Yeah, and another sophomore they just added to the roster, Kyrese Rice, big guy, sophomore. Might get to see him tote the rock here pretty soon. There's number 18, Kenneth
He's
Morrison.
Going all the way.
He may go. He's got one man to beat. Can't quite get away. He's dragged down around the 10, but a nice run by Morrison.
Brought down by number 13, Jonathan Harvey for the Titans. Saved the touchdown right there. Good-looking run right there by 19.
39 yards on the carry.
Ladarius Clarke.
Ladarius Clarke.
First and 10 Gladiators.
Now we put the big boys back in the backfield.
So I apologize, number 19 on the run, not 18. This time we were in a little bootleg. Play action complete to number 36, Cedric Jones, a sophomore, down inside the 5.
Yeah, that was a good pitch and catch right there by Akeem Wise, the quarterback. That was a good play. Once again brought down by number 13, Jonathan Harvey on the tackle.
So we'll line it up in a kind of a split T formation. 2 receivers over here to the left side. Wise wants to roll left. He's got room. He's got a receiver touchdown.
Yeah.
They made that look easy.
They sure did. That looked like a good play right there.
Number 14, Jeffrey back on the reception.
Little harder for that right-handed quarterback to roll out to his left and make that throw. That was a good-looking play.
Keem Wise directed a nice drive, and Gladiators draw first blood, 6-0 here with 8:24 to go.
And here's going to be the interesting part. Looking to see the special teams really pick up here this year.
In to attempt the point after.
Well, you got to like the shoes. Let's see if those shoes are golden here instead of blue. Let's see what happens. And I think North Oconee may have jumped early.
All starts with the snap. And that was not, not quick, but it was sufficient.
Well, it didn't go over his head. It didn't hit the ground, so that's positive.
I wouldn't move it. I wouldn't take the penalty. I'd kick from the
just
same
re-kick.
spot.
Yeah. That's what they're asking Jermaine, and I think he's just going to stay. No, they're going to actually move it up.
I see no advantage of that. You moving
well,
closer.
You might be tipping your hand as a kicker. You might be saying, I don't think my leg's strong enough. I need to move up a little bit.
Well, but you're used to kicking it from that other spot. I mean, you don't ever practice kicking from here. Good snap that time. Good kick. And it's up. And it is good. So it's 8:24 left in the first quarter. Clarke Central 7 and North Oconee Titans 0. So the Gladiators come back out, kick back off to the Titans, and see how that defense does one more time.
Defense looked good on their first series. It was basically a 3-and-out on North Oconee.
You got to know that these kids are just glad to be hitting somebody else.
Well, that's the thing. You go through all these workouts and all these camps and all these drills, and you just want some fresh blood, meat, whatever you want to call it. You just want something different to hit. And so this helps both teams just to get that out of their system. And you certainly don't want to do it the first game of the year. You want to do it, and that's what I like about the scrimmages. You get to work some of those kinks out early and have a whole week to prepare for that first game.
No doubt about it. No doubt. One thing about the North Oconee team that I found out through the summer here, of course, Jeff Herron coming up and taking on the program over at Prince Avenue. A couple of the boys that were starters here at North Oconee left to go over to play at Prince Avenue.
Yeah, I heard that Herron hit the ground running when he took the Prince Avenue job, and he was asking for all kinds of players from all area schools to come out and play for the Wolverines, and that's what happens, Chuck, when Prince Avenue made it to the Dome last year, and that's a feather in your hat you can wave and try to draw some talent in.
No doubt,
and Herron's no stranger to the Dome.
The name of Coach Jeff Herron, who won a state championship at Camden County, also won a state championship at Oconee County, and coached at Cedar Shoals. So
yes,
he's not unfamiliar with the area. So there again on the kicking game here, we're a little fearful. We kicked that one out of bounds. That's not a good thing.
Yeah, we got to really make sure that the special teams does their job this year. No gifts, no bonuses. We can ill afford to give things away with this young bunch we're going to have this year at Clarke. North Oconee's in a shotgun this time. They've got receivers streaking down the middle of the field, but we've got pressure, and we get him again, and I think that might be number 96 on the tackle, Bryson Kearney, a 9th grader, Chuck, a freshman.
There you go. There's one of those freshmen. I wish you could get the video that we're seeing. It's of course the Gladiators helmets are not ready yet, and we're out there with all yellow helmets, no red C's and red stripes. So It's a little different feel out there.
Almost
tonight.
looks like, back in the old days when you had those electric football men that didn't have no decals.
There you go.
on.
There you go. There
So,
he is, 96 again.
A little counterplay, but there's the freshman again. You're right. Kearney on the stop.
And 44 also. I don't have his number on my list.
44, Aaron Gresham, a freshman.
Okay.
Yeah, they sent out a roster late, Chuck, that had these add-ons, and I probably failed to forward that to you.
The Gresham kid really looks good. He's got some size to him, too, for a freshman.
That Gresham name goes back a long way at Clarke Central.
Sure does.
They do a little swing pitch over to the left side, but we pursue it nicely, and that looks like Zay Brown on the tackle.
Yeah, Zay had that read very well and made a good open field tackle right there.
And again, Chuck, we've watched it for so many years now, but a lot of people, you can simulate stuff in practice all you want to, but you can't simulate some of that speed that we see these Clarke Central defenses turn out year in and year out.
That's correct.
They are so quick. I guess you would say east to west, sideline to sideline.
Desmond Sorrells is back deep for the Gladiators, and it's fourth down.
We almost blocked it.
Fourth down. Titans are punting. We must have jumped off sides. I don't think it's going to make a difference because it was fourth down and 14, so that 5-yard penalty is not going to make a difference. We got 6:27 left in the first quarter. Of course, the JV are still on the field.
And they call it illegal procedure on North Oconee, so
we'll decline that one.
I'm sure they will. Let the JV offense get another crack at it here. We lead 7-0, 6:27 to go.
Well, it'll be nice to see there's old good friend there, old Brady Sigler in the crowd tonight.
Sporting that Florida hat.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the biggest Gator fans in the Athens area I've ever met. Love their Gators.
New quarterback in, that's Kyle Olakito, isn't it?
Yeah, they call him Sunshine, Chuck.
That's it, yes, sir. From the movie.
Remember the Titans.
That's it.
Looks just like Ronnie Bass.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Nice give up the middle there, but couldn't quite get a push on that offensive line, and he stopped for short to no gain. Be 2nd and 10.
Got to keep him honest.
Now, Olakito, he's a slinger, Chuck. If he gets in that situation, you'll see this guy throw it. And
Well, I remember last year in the him coming up. He looks good on the run, throwing the ball to me.
Nice little give and a nice little hole. He hit the seam nicely.
That's number 18 right there. That's Kenan Morrison.
That's going to be good for Gladiator first down. They're already inside North Oconee territory.
These kids want to see. They feel the touchdown.
And you got to like the hurry-up offense here. I like it. It keeps the advantage to you on the offense.
Yeah, that's one thing that Coach Riles brought to the program, and looks like Coach Self's going to stay with it. And you got to like that.
We give to the up back, and he picks up a hard yard. Cedric Jones to the left side of center.
Yeah, there was a number of Titans in there. Looked like 77. His number is not in here. 67 is in there, though. No, his number is not listed either.
2nd and 10, and we got a flag.
Yep. Stopping the clock at 5:20. Going to be procedure call against the Glads.
Five-yard penalty. Puts the ball just outside the Gladiator 45-yard line. 2nd and 15.
5:19 to go, first quarter. 7-0 Gladiators. JV leading North Oconee. JV. Second, we'll call it 15, and I guess we moved again.
Flags and whistles before the snap.
So it looks like the center and the other guys are not on the same page. That's twice. We've moved early. We're backing up now. It's going to make it 2nd and probably 20. We're going to run 3 wide receivers to the right side, and we'll probably get to see Owen Keto's arm here on this play. Shotgun, rolls right. And he decides to tuck it up and run, and Owen Keto's going to pick up 10, 15 yards in nice long strides.
That looked like my late hit out of bounds, too, but didn't make that call.
I'll tell you what, he glided right on down the sideline there. He was getting 3 yards per stride, it seemed like.
Well, I mean, he's got long legs. I mean, his stride is, you know, he's a good-looking kid.
Make it 3rd and a long 6.
3rd and 6. Gladiators go from a 2nd and 20 to a 3rd and manageable here at 4:38 to go in the first quarter. Owen Keto looking to throw again. He's looking left. He's throwing. He chokes it.
Deep.
He's got a man. Overthrown him. Boy, I'll tell you what, the throw was there just a little bit beyond the reach.
Jeffrey Mack, young Jeffrey Mack out there, another former Gladiator son on the route. Looked good, but
I'll tell you what,
beat his man by 5-8 yards.
Owen Kittle threw that thing some 55 yards there in the air.
Yeah, it's definitely and a good-looking throw, too.
No, it was there. It was catchable. His receivers just got to learn to kick it in high gear when he rears back and throws.
No doubt about it.
Punting situation.
Just a sophomore. It's got a worry in it right
Nice little roll there, and that's going to put them inside the 10, so that worked out nicely for the Glads. 4:20 to go, first quarter. Clarke JV leads North Oconee JV 7-0. And we'll get to see the North Oconee JV Titan offense for the 3rd time tonight.
Yeah, the JV offense for the Gladiators has been putting up some yards. Can't be upset about that, but got to take advantage of some situations, some bad penalties there, and that doesn't surprise me seeing some offsides and procedure calls tonight, but don't really want to get that cleaned up.
So where are they going to put the ball this time? Is it the 20?
No, yeah, it looks like it.
1st and 10 on the 20 for the Titans. 4:20 to go. 7-0. Clarke leads it. A lot of big bodies out there, Chuck, to be so young on that defensive line for Clarke Central.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you know, we've talked about it a couple times already tonight that the youth is we got some big kids coming up through the program. I mean, the skilled positions have always been there at Clarke Central, but you know, my son was coaching at C team last year, and those were 7th and 8th graders, and he had some big old kids.
Low run to the right side for maybe a yard and a half.
Brought down by number 49. I don't have him on my program.
It looks like number 22 on the carry of Brian Malton, but number 49 for the Glads is Jeffrey Lovett.
Okay. 9th
grader. A lot of young guys for Clarke getting some time here.
Takeas Cooper out there, 5'10", 190 linebacker. He looks good.
2nd and 9, a long 9 here for North Oconee. And now Malden breaks away. That's the best run of the night so far for the Titans. A nice 16-yard run off left tackle.
Yeah, he made a good run right there. He found got in behind some of those offensive linemen. Looked like we had a couple guys could have had him behind the line of scrimmage, just couldn't make the tackle.
16 yards on the carry.
So 3:33 to go first quarter. North Oconee picks up their first down of the evening.
And this quarter will run a little longer. They are stopping the clock between plays so they can get a little bit of work in between these JV kids.
1st and 10 Titans. Kind of a broken eye type thing. Maybe a veer, I don't know. Shotgun.
He's going deep.
Middlebrooks throws. And, we had a Gladiator almost intercepted. Nice coverage there. Trying to get a number here.
Number 31, isn't it?
31 for the Glads, Devon Stovall.
Oh, yeah. That's Desmond's little brother, I think. And man, he is tiny compared to.
He is, but he got up in there. He had some jump on that guy.
Yeah, because I think that was Powell Steele that was out, and he's 6'2".
Well, he got up there and disrupted the pass because I thought the North Oconee receiver had already got in position to catch it.
Here we go again.
2nd and 10, and this time they do a little out pattern to the right side, incomplete to number 87 for North
Adam
Oconee.
Heckman.
So it's going to be 3rd and 10. 3:04 to go. First quarter scrimmage, 2013, Clarke Central, North Oconee. We're in Bogart, Georgia, on the campus of North Oconee High School.
Is this considered Bogart or is this Watkinsville?
All the literature and stuff you pull up on the internet says Bogart, Georgia, but I'm with you. I think they're a little bit closer to Watkinsville than maybe they think.
You would think, and that might be part of the rift.
With Oconee County?
Yeah,
There
yeah.
you go. We don't want to be a part of Watkinsville, baby. 3rd and 10.
Going deep again, and he's overshot his man.
Yeah, went out of bounds.
Down the left sideline, incomplete.
Quarterback is number 12, Sam Middlebrooks.
Yeah, and he looked like he was expecting the receiver to go another way, but I don't know if he could have caught it if he had went that way. It was probably a good 5-6 yards out of bounds where it came to rest. So it's going to be another punting situation for North Oconee. A nice little crowd here tonight, Chuck, for the scrimmage.
Not bad for a scrimmage, that's exactly right.
Especially given the humidity that we had today in Athens, the Athens area.
And really expected a terrible storm here earlier, and I think we've gotten lucky.
Yeah, I think it shot on up 78 to Monroe there. It just didn't come near here. Which, I don't know, from where we're sitting, that might be high shoals. I don't know where that cloud's hovering, but there definitely was a thick, soupy-looking thing threatening right before kickoff, and we got lucky. It dodged us. We got some nice clearing skies. A little bit of blue mixed in with some gray clouds. Beautiful night for football. Good little end-over-end punt. Going to be received around the 40. So I don't get it, Chuck. It's almost like they let them run to a point, then they blow it dead.
Yeah,
So
blow it dead at the catch.
I guess they just give them an opportunity to maybe hit, and then when it gets too close to getting really hit, they blow the whistle. But regardless, Clarke Central's going to get the ball on the 30, I believe.
We actually got, they're
going to spot it on the 27 where he actually caught the ball.
Well, I thought he caught it a little.
I thought he caught it around 35, 32.
I did too.
Yeah.
2:46 here left in this quarter. Let's see if the Glads can put a drive here together. Back in at quarterback, of course, is Kyle Olenketo.
He's wanting to throw again. But he's got pressure this time, and he's going to have to move them feet, and he does. And again, nice ability to get away from trouble, and now they call a late hit.
Another late hit there on Vogel, looked like.
And I tell you what, I think that's evident from the run that Cal had before. Nobody could catch him, and I think that was more of an aggravation thing on the North Oconee player hitting him late. He just couldn't catch him.
And look at Coach Tooley. He's pulled that kid off the field already. He's telling him, why he's running out of bounds.
Yeah.
Why are you pushing him in the back? So that's a big penalty, 15 yards. It helps Glads move it on down the line.
Well, again, it's a very deceptive-looking run by Cal Olenketo, as Chuck explained to you. Very lanky, very long-legged guy. And he just, when he moves those legs, he picks up 3 or 4 yards of stride.
He's not as big, but he reminds me of the Klein kid that was at Kansas State last year.
This time we do a little trap draw to the middle of the field, and we picked up maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, Keenan Morrison on the carry. Morrison has looked good tonight.
Again, we apologize that we're not appearing to be live right now on the internet, but we have every reason to believe we're streaming, and hopefully the video replay will be available on demand. One of those things, we just got to work out the kinks here early in the season so we can bring you the full season when we start at Marist next week. Olenketo drops back, escapes pressure, eludes a tackler, cuts back across this side, and almost got away.
He almost got the first down.
Around the 37, but is tackled. I want to say that's number 22, Malden, Brian Malden.
He's been all over the field, offense and defense tonight.
Making the
153 and counting.
So it's going to be 3rd and a short 2 for Clarke here. 1:47 to go.
Got to get on the corner with our speed. No, we go up the middle.
And it's going to be very close.
Going to be close to spot. He looks like he's going to be a half a yard short.
He had to get to the 35. He might have got to the 35 and a half. Let's see.
Clock stopped at 131. Let's see what we can do. You got to go for it here on 4th down with 131 to go. I mean, you just...
Yeah, you resting that short of a first down. You got to... I mean, you could punt, but the chances are it'd probably roll in the end zone or go out of bounds.
Well, at this point in time, you gotta look at it as this is the end of the game, and you're down and you're practicing. So
it looks like the Glads might throw here.
He just needs to carry it. Oh, and he threw it in the dirt.
And I tell you what, that's a learning curve here. That's just a process he'll have to go through on short yardage. When he's got that much green, he's going to have to realize he can make that.
He had that one in the bag, and he forced the throw a little bit on the run.
So turnover on downs. North Oconee will have 55 seconds to try to do something here with their JV offense.
And we talked about it earlier, the quarterback that was rolling to his left that throws right-handed. Here was a left-handed quarterback rolling to his right and didn't make the throw.
Yeah, even the guys in the pros have a hard time with that throwing across their body. So you can only imagine at this level it being a chore. 1st and 10 Titans. They pitch over to the left side.
44 again, meets him in the hole.
That's Aaron Gresham again, the freshman. Making a nice pop right there at the line on the running back. 40 seconds, clock running. 2nd and about 6. And there does not seem to be a sense of urgency here.
No. This will probably be the last play of the quarter, and we'll bring the varsity kids in.
So they're going to line up with 21 seconds to go in the quarter. And we'll see if they continue play where the ball's at, if they'll respot everything for the varsity. And we got good pressure. Look at there. Wow.
And a flag on the play also.
I think that was Terrell Gordon again, number 98, acting like Damon Stowe.
No, that was 29 on the sack.
Okay.
That was Cooper.
My bad.
Yep. Cooper on the tack coming around that left end.
A nice swarming tackle there. He got both arms around him and just locked him up.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
And North Oconee's probably going to get called for holding or something here. Clarke was all over the quarterback before he could even decide where he wanted to go with the ball.
Definitely a hold. There was 2 of them that Cooper got through, and the other one just got held. So
10-yard penalty, holding from the spot of the foul.
So that backs the Titans up.
Puts the ball just
outside the 20.
Middlebrooks last series had some time to throw the ball prior to that, and now Middlebrooks has not had the time to throw the ball for the Titans.
That's the end of the first quarter with your score.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter with North Oconee 0 and Clarke Central High School Gladiators 7. We're going to take a quick break as the varsity warms up here just 1 second. Hopefully we can get on the air and get you some video here for this last 3 quarters. We're going to try, but remember, stay with us. We're going to have this on tape delay for you. We'll be right back. The shame is we did it down here last year. The coach I know up there is Hall's, isn't it? Close, Chris.
Yeah, they got a bunch of new faces too. Defense first. I guess they're going to be the ball. So we're trying to check and see how they're going to line this thing up. I see the
scoreboard still says second and 24.
Yeah, it looks like the varsity guys are just going to come in and take over where the JV guys left off. So that would explain why there wasn't a sense of urgency.
Boy, Malik Derricott looks good out there, number 57 for the Gladiators, I tell you. And 51, T.J. Ellison, he got some playing time last year.
Quarterback for North Oconee is number 16, Tate Adcock. He's under center. And it looks like he's going to give to a big fullback who's got a lot of room.
Oh, good block.
I mean, he just rumbled for about 13 yards. Number 34, that's Hunter Kelly.
Well designed play. Really, our defensive end just got smashed inside, and that opened that up big time.
Yeah, that guy was, how will you say, he was trucking. That fullback, he was looking for something to hit.
Now, of course, Bryant, Kawan Bryant, their tailback is a real deal.
Yeah, he's been heavily recruited by a lot of colleges. They're going to pitch it out to him right side, and
good speed.
Nice foot speed. He cuts it up nicely for 2 or 3 yards off right in there.
Number 7, Drico Browner, came in and broke some things up, and of course the number 5 on the tackle for Jamel Israel back again for the Gladiators, playing that safety spot, bringing Drico Stathem's old spot.
And again, we told you guys, North Oconee's came out ranked number 7 preseason in Class AAA in the state of Georgia. These are no guys to take lightly. They execute, they're fundamental, they're sound, they're big, they're strong. Adcock gives to the fullback again. This time, Clarke slows him down at the line, but he still manages to pick up a yard, just not giving up. Second effort run there by number 34, Hunter.
51 in there for Gladiators, Ellison, and, of course, number 7, Browner. Got his nose up in there again.
So a big third down where you would like to see Clarke Central answer here and stop this North Oconee drive.
Gain of 2, third and long 4.
Third and about 5, maybe 4.5. Nobody in the backfield. North Oconee's going complete shotgun here. Don't know if Adcock's a running quarterback or if this is a design pass. Let's see.
We have enough coverage there.
Oh, we got good pressure. Man, we got him. Yep. Cedric Armstrong on the tackle.
Big play right there, coming right up the middle. Really just devastated that offensive line right there. Just shredded.
He never had a chance. He got in there quick. It was almost like untouched. And slung the quarterback down around the 32-yard line. It's going to be 4th and long. And North Oconee is going to bring out the punting team.
And back deep for the Gladiators, Desmond Sorrells.
Nice punt. It's going to be received around the 34, and they'll blow it dead there. So the Clarke Central offense, varsity for the first time, takes the field. Cameron Johnson, the quarterback. Austin Johnson, the receiver. The big question this year, Chuck, who takes over that running back position? And right now it looks like number 28 is going to get the first crack at it, Anthony Vereen.
And I've heard some stories. The young man really looks good at practice.
Well, he looked real good in the red and gold game earlier this spring. He got yardage and he got in big chunks. And he does not shy away from contact. He's a power runner.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. A little bit excited right now.
Johnson under center, man in motion over here to the right side. That's Jaquan Dowdy. They pitch it to Vereen. And we get a nice block on the right side, and Vereen dives for 3-4 yards off right tackle.
Yeah, I think he picks up 4 or 5 right there, Buster. Dropped down by number 50 on the tackle. Braden Maxey on the tackle.
Well, again, he runs very strong. He runs with his head high.
Running downhill too,
yes,
boy.
Sir.
I mean, he is downhill. It's not that was pure speed coming around that off the pitch.
Well, you're right, Chuck. They gave him 5, 2nd and 5.
Take that all day, won't you?
Yes, sir. 5 yards a pop. 2 receivers to the left side. It's Dowdy and Johnson. Cameron wants to give to Vereen again up the middle. We get no blocking.
Number 29 came in and kind of torpedoed him there for North Oconee. That was Indy Wilson. Indy, I remember last year during the scrimmage, he played a real good game for them last year. He's one of those outside linebacker type
3rd and 5.
players.
It's going to be 3rd and 5. And now we got 3 receivers to the left side. Vereen the lone setback. Cameron rolls left, looks, got a little pressure, and he throws complete
Good
to a
catch.
man on the 45.
Good catch, good tackle right there. What was that number?
Looks like Jaquan Dowdy on the reception.
Yeah, 36 on the tackle for North Oconee.
On the stop for the Titans.
That's Mills Eisenberg. And he had his hands full. I mean, he really made a good play. As fast as that play was going and Dowdy coming back for the ball, that's all he could do.
Well, the senior quarterback threaded the needle. There was a lot of traffic there, and he just put it right where Dowdy could catch it.
Really looking for Cameron to step up this year. He kind of had some struggles last year and injuries, and I'd love to see him have a good year this year.
1st and 10, Clarke. And they hit us in the backfield.
Yep.
Nice tackle. And look at the second effort by Vereen. He didn't think he was down. He dove for 5 yards, but they're going to mark him down on the 40.
Yeah, J.L. Banks on the tackle, number 18 for North Oconee. Or was that Vogel? Taylor Vogel, excuse me, number 19.
2nd and 15 from the 40.
Somebody missed an assignment there.
Man in motion's Baylor Ward. And we fake the hand up, but Cameron almost lost his footing, recovers, and he completes it. As that Anthony
Big
Smith.
tight end, yes, sir. And he picks up the first down. He is hard to bring down.
I'll tell
That's
you
one
what.
thing about him.
You know, that play had no chance from the start, and it turns into a big 15-yard pickup.
Well, Cameron had 2 choices there. He could have hit Baylor Ward there on sidelines for 5 or 6 yard gain, but he went ahead and once again thread it to Anthony Smith. Anthony Smith with those big hands made a great catch and great run after the catch.
So Clarke on a little drive here, 6:55 to go, first half. Cameron drops back, throws, complete, and I tell you what, that's the first play tonight Cameron could actually set up and throw the ball, and look how pretty he threw it that time.
And Dowdy with the catch and really he picked that one out of the air. He had to go up and get it. Good looking catch right there. That's hard to stop.
Gladiators moving in big chunks here. 2nd and a short 2. We're just outside the North Oconee 35. 7-0. Clarke Central leads North Oconee. We got Baylor Ward in the backfield along with Vereen. We give to Ward the first man through, and he picks up the tough 2 yards and a first down.
Yes, sir.
Like the call, Chuck.
Yep, number 40 on the tackle for North Oconee. That's Noah Myers.
So the chains keep moving, and that's a good thing.
Well, you mix it up with the pass and the run like this, it's going to, you keep doing this early, that tailback's going to really crank out some yards in the 3rd and 4th quarter.
Yeah, he'll start slashing. North Oconee had a man move early, no call, and we hit Austin Johnson, but it was nothing he could really do. Pass was a little high when he went up to grab it. North Oconee was all over him, had 2 guys drag him down.
Cole Coker, that was a good open field tackle right there.
So 2nd and 13, maybe 14 yards here. Let's see. We're going to call it 2nd and 14. Ball is out to the 37-yard line of North Oconee now. Number 23 is in the game for the Gladiators. That's Desmond Sorrells. He's over here to the right side.
He's got good speed too, Buster.
They put him in motion. And they do a little end around with him, and Sorrell's trying to pop it and does. He got about 4 or 5, 6 yards around left end.
It looks like he got all the yardage back on the loss. And I think he could have broke that on outside and picked up maybe 5 more, but he cut it up, which is okay.
Hey, I like the play. Not necessarily a trick play, but it gives the defense again something to be edgy about and have to watch. Another aspect.
Just stretching that defense. Big play right here.
3rd and about 7. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Cameron's in the shotgun, and he wants to do a little pitch to Vereen, and Vereen's got a seam, and he dives to about the 24-yard line. It's going to be close.
It's going to be short by a yard, looks like.
I think we'll go for it, Chuck. I think we'll
Well,
try
with the kicking game, I think we should go for it.
On the stop. 4th and 1.
4th and 1, a long one. And North Oconee's got some big guys on that line.
I think you run it. I think you run that same play. You get on the corner. I don't think they can stop.
Yeah, I don't think they can catch you at the corner. If we try to run it up the gut here, there's a chance they could stop it. North Oconee jumped, and a good play.
That'll work too.
So the good old cadence play.
That'll work too.
Cameron swaps up the cadence, and we get a cheap first down. And now we're going to be inside the 20. We're in the red zone, Chuck.
This is key right here. We struggled a little bit last year in the red zone. Didn't come away with the touchdowns we should have. Interesting to see, anxious to see, I guess, is that we can take advantage of that here.
Yeah, we cashed in a lot of threes last year that we'd like to trade for 7s this year. Cameron, shotgun, rolls left, looking, throws, and it's batted away at the last second by a North Oconee defender.
Waited just a little bit too long right there. Number 44 on the coverage almost made the interception. That was Will Newman.
Cameron had a receiver. He was open for a millisecond. And then number 44, Newman, stuck his hand in there and broke it up, knocked it away. 2nd and 10. We're on the 19, knocking on the door.
Tell you what, he makes that pick, he could have been gone.
Oh, yeah, there was Nut McGreen. Nut McGreen in front of him. We got Dowdy and Austin Johnson to the left side. Cameron's shotgun. He wants to run an option, and he pitches to Vereen, but it's a bad pitch.
Out of bounds.
And it's out of bounds. And they may call that dead where Cameron got hit because the ball went forward. I think there's some kind of rule you can't fumble it forward. That looks like
no,
that
they're marking it.
Wow. Clarke gets a break there.
Yeah, I agree with you. That looked like he might have pitched it forward. Excuse me.
So it's going to be 3rd and about 6. Gladiators just outside the pit. They're still talking, Chuck. I don't know. I think he pitched it forward.
Well, I agree with you.
Oh, yeah. It's just where they're going to spot it.
But there was no bean bags dropped, but they are picking it up and they are bringing it back.
Signal incomplete pass.
Yeah, forward pass is what they'll call it.
There you go.
So I'll make it 3rd and 10. Ball's back on the 19. Gladiators first long 3rd down to the drive. Looks like we got Dowdy over here to the right. Austin Johnson out to the left side. Cameron's in shotgun again with Vereen on his right hip. Cameron drops, looks, and he's going to he gets away from one man, gets away from 2, but can't get away from the 3rd one as he gets dragged down behind the line.
Got to make that throw.
Waited just a little too long there to make a decision, and it's going to be 4th and long for the Gladiators, but again,
he had time. He just held a little bit too long right there, I thought.
Are they going to bring in the punting team? Cameron's leaving the field, so let's see what they're running here. It's going to be a long field goal, Chuck. This might be the transfer student, number 22. No, this is Matthew Ward. I'm sorry.
Ward, yeah, that's what I was.
There you go.
Couldn't think of Matthew's name there for a minute. I wanted to say Baylor again.
I know they got a kicker, Dragon Kapuran. I think he's from one of those countries that start with an S that I can't tell you off the top of my head. But
flags and whistles before the snap.
Procedure?
Yeah, it's going to back him up some more, and that might change the thinking here.
No, at this point in time, I still think you try it just to see what you can do. And
well, yeah, get a good gauge on how far you can kick that thing.
So at this point, we're looking at a 44-yarder.
Well, Matthew's been over in Germany all summer playing soccer. Let's see if he can put some of that soccer kick into this one.
That was a good snap the first time. Jermaine on the hold.
Well, he's got some leg in it, Chuck. Let's see.
That kick is good.
It's good. 44-yard field goal by Matthew Ward gives Clarke Central a 10-0 lead.
That's got to make you feel good right there, Coach Self, with the special teams.
Well, and I'll tell you what, he had a little bit to spare, too.
I agree with that.
He might have went 50 on that one.
I agree with that. We got 3:04 here left in the second quarter, so Matthew Ward now come back on for the kick.
10-0. Clarke Central leads, and a very good, long, sustained drive. But again, Chuck, as you pointed out earlier, kind of reminiscent of last year, we'd get in that red zone and we'd get a 3 instead of a 7. That's something we got to continue to try to improve on.
Definitely got to turn that corner. And, of course, once again, with some mental errors, some stupid penalties.
Right.
You know, and Cameron maybe trying to make something happen, held the ball a little bit too long.
Well, I'll tell you what, I like what we saw so far with Vereen in the backfield. I think he's going to be a good bruising type running back, something we haven't had in a few years. We've always had the elusive guy. We've always had the guy that could break around the end and go for chunks of yards, but I like seeing a guy run high and holding his head high and looking for contact. We ain't had that in a while.
And Cameron looked good also.
Well, Anthony Smith had a good catch. Austin Johnson, a couple of receptions. Dowdy, of course, cutting across the middle, not being scared of contact. A lot of positives.
No
a lot
doubt
of positives in that drive.
That kick goes out of bounds. Jermaine on the kick. So they'll take over at the 35.
Kayvon Williams looking to have a breakout senior year. He had a nice write-up in the Athens Banner-Herald last Sunday.
Armstrong looked good so far tonight also.
Other defensive guys, Paul Eckert, really looking to step into one of them linebacker spots. Jamel Israel, as you said earlier, Chuck, looking like a senior now.
Yeah.
1st and 10, North Oconee. Adcock gives to Bryant, and we hit him low, and he only gets about 2 yards up the middle.
Number 43 made the contact first there. That's Kevin Irwin.
Kevin Irwin, Jr.
He's playing in the middle there.
So it's going to be 2nd and 8. And this, again, folks, Kawan Bryant, you just got to hold your breath every time he touches the ball, and you'll see he's just so quick with those feet.
Met by a host of defensive linemen there. Ellison's in there. And
Kayvon Williams,
94 Bug. Cavante Bug is back.
Yeah, he's looking bigger than ever, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Again, Clarke Central's defensive speed is just so quick.
And Alan Miller back there on the defensive line. So
Big Bam Bam.
Bam Bam and Bug and Ellison. I mean, those guys got a lot of experience last year.
They do. They've been playing since they were sophomores. Adcock fakes to the right, throws to the left, and complete to his fullback, number 34, Hunter Kelly.
Going to be short of the first down, so it's going to be about a 4th and 4 here with 1:47. What are we going to do?
I think they'll go for this.
43-yard line, 4th and 2.
If it wasn't a scrimmage game, they'd probably punt it, but with it being a scrimmage game,
they're calling it 4th and 2, but it looks like 96 is coming out here, the punter. That's Cameron Hedges.
Definitely they're going to kick it. That'll give us a chance to work on a 2-minute offense before the end of the first half.
Who we got going back there? That's Sorrells again.
Desmond Sorrells.
Of course, it's not going to be live once it hits. So, a bad punt.
Bad kick. They got a little bit of a roll there at the end. It's going to come down around the 39, so Clarke in business right there.
Coach Tooley out there on that punter already said, son, look, there's the line of scrimmage.
I
tell you, these are the type of games where they get a lot of coaching. A lot of coaching them up.
Gladiators take over at their own 39-yard line. 1:36 left in the first half.
1st and 10, Clarke Central.
In these kind of situations, too, your other kickers are over here going, man, I could have done better. Oh, yeah, like the play.
Vereen on the carry.
North-south right there, but that's okay. 4 yards on the game.
He just runs so hard.
Eisenberg on the stop.
And look, that's kind of running back I like to see. Look at his jersey, Chuck. He's already dirty. He looks like he's done played a whole game already. It's not even halftime.
No doubt about it. Smith goes out and Sorrells comes in. It might be that. Nope, they got him lined up differently.
2nd and about 6, maybe 7. Vereen, the lone setback. We got 3 receivers to the right. Cameron, shotgun. Fakes the handoff this time, and he wants to throw it to the left side. He's got a man streaking. Complete. Touchdown.
How about that, Jaquan Dowdy?
Wow.
What a throw. That was on the money.
Hit him in stride. Jaquan Dowdy never had to slow down.
Gotta like that throw right there,
Man.
I'm here to tell you.
Right on the numbers. Clarke Central extends their lead to 16-0 with 45 seconds to go in the half.
57 yards on the touchdown reception.
57-yard touchdown throw by Cameron Johnson to Jaquan Dowdy. Now this is Jermaine on for this kick.
Yeah, he may be handling the extra point duties, and Matthew may be your field goal kicker, Chuck. That's what I'm guessing.
Now Jermaine did the kickoff, and just a little interesting here how we're doing this. That kick is up, and that kick is good.
17-0. Clarke Central leads North Oconee here at Titan Stadium. And, Chuck, I don't really think it's North Oconee's defense playing that bad. It's just I think our offense is clicking.
Well, that's one thing.
I mean, we shot ourselves in the foot that first drive of the varsity a while ago. But
one thing and my dad's taught me and told me all through my young life, and it's a cliche, but you can't coach speed. And Jaquan Dowdy, he beat his man on that throw, on that pass play, and Cameron hit him in stride, and he's going to the races. I mean, he wasn't touched.
Well, what Cameron has shown me in just a very brief time here is if you give him time and if he has a chance to set and throw, he's going to kill you.
He stepped into the pocket right there and made a great throw. Now here we got Jermaine on the kick again. And the last time we kicked it out of bounds about the 30-yard line. Let's see what we can do here. We got to get this kicking game going. Just a huge difference from the Riles. We used to kick it deep down in the corners. But see that low kick that we just did, I mean, that's going to get returned for some yardage. That's tough to stop right there. So the defense comes back on. They haven't gotten much rest. That was one play on the offense there. So
43 seconds to go. First half action here. North Oconee's offense is going to get 43 ticks of the clock to try to make something happen here before half. Clarke defense has answered the challenge so far this evening against the varsity. Clock is running. Adcock wants to throw. He's having to run, get away. And he has a short play there.
Finds a man for a 2-yard gain there. That was good defensive pressure and coverage right there all the way around.
Brandon Gobert, the intended receiver, incomplete, out of bounds. 2nd and 10.
Once again, the same Aaron Self trait. We got people swapping sides on defense. And another good rush.
Adcock.
Incomplete pass to Bryant on the 30.
That one hurt him because that one should have been caught for the quarterback there.
Third and 10, North Oconee.
Adcock shotgun. And the refs are going to blow it dead with 29 seconds to go.
We have a timeout called. Is that what the... Yeah.
Might be trying to coach them up.
Got a timeout called by North Oconee. Well, once again, we want to remind everybody of that schedule. Coming up next Friday night, August 30th, the Gladiators travel to North Atlanta to take on the Marist War Eagles. That'll be a 7:30 start. And, of course, September 6th, the week after, they'll be back home at Billy Henderson Stadium, Clarke Central High School, against the Central Gwinnett. And then September 13th at Loganville, September 27th at home against Appalachia. August 4th, travel to Salem in Conyers. October 11th, Heritage. October 18th, home at against Gainesville. October 25th at Flowery Branch, and November 1st at Winder Barrow, and finishing up November 8th, home against Cedar Shoals. The Classic City Championship.
That's always a special time of year. This time it'll be at Billy Henderson Stadium. Long pass by Adcock. He was trying to get Bryant across the middle, and I tell you what, Bryant had a man beat if he could have got his hands on that ball.
A lot of traffic back there, though. That was, I agree with you. He had his man, but there was a lot of people crossing right there. That was a lot of confusion in there.
So with the dead ball thing coming into play, Clarke might get a chance to do another long pass here before half.
Yeah, or, yeah, exactly. Because this will be halftime.
17-0. We almost got a hand on it.
Go for the block.
It's going to be caught around the 46.
17.5 seconds. Let's see what the Gladiators can do. Maybe make a long pass in the field goal.
Well, and we already know if we can just get it down to the 35, we got a shot at a field goal.
No doubt about it.
So a real quick, maybe a couple of pass plays here to get down inside the 30, you got a shot.
Got Baylor Ward in, he's there to block, so that's exactly what the Gladiators are going to try to do.
Looks like we're going to run Dowdy to the left and Austin Johnson over here to the right.
A.J. Stokes in there, 68, sophomore, 6'2", offensive lineman. He looks good-looking prospect there. Very
big line, but very young. Very young. Cameron, we're just going to, he's going to fake a half. He's going to throw it again, and he overshot Johnson.
Yeah, sure did.
Looks like Cameron was expecting Johnson maybe to go to the outside to the old flag route, and Johnson decided to run a post. That's what I can only assume happened there. Looked like they were not on the same page.
Yeah, I think he was supposed to run a post, but it looked like he was trying to cut across the field.
Now they're going to put Dowdy and Johnson both over here to the right side.
That's with trouble.
With 11 seconds and Cameron lining up under center, I wonder if we're just going to hand it off here. And that's smart play. Just let the clock run out, and a good half by the Glads, Chuck. First half, 17-0 lead here at North Oconee High School.
Hey, I thought the JV did well in their first quarter. They could have scored 2, and then the Gladiators really should have had 14 here in the second quarter. But hey, we'll take 10 points out of the varsity. I thought they looked sharp. The defense looked good. Pretty excited to see this last 2 quarters of football.
And we want to give a big thanks to our GITV 2013 corporate sponsors. Without them, this would not be happening. A lot of people caught on from last year, and we've had a stronger showing of support than we've ever had here at GITV. And we just want to say a big tip of the hat and big thank you to all the corporate sponsors: Athens Chevrolet, Restore, Athens Regional, St. Mary's Hospital, Athens Ford. The list goes on. I'm just trying to think. Jason's Deli, the Varsity, and there's some I'm leaving out. I just don't have the ability to look at a graphic. I'm just trying to think real quick. Calvary Baptist Bible Church, the Georgia Neurological Surgery and Center, Georgia United Credit Union. The list goes on, and of course, without those guys, it would not happen. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to try to get some refreshments, and we'll come back to you before the second half starts. 19 minutes away. This is GITV.